Do you believe in magic? I honestly don't. That's why I know this won't be a popular take, but I don't think we will get a Half-Life 3 announcement. Now, before you try to crucify me, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Why do these leaks even exist? Well, let me tell you. Now, there are two reasons why these leaks came up again about Half-Life 3. First off, Half-Life Alyx released with the Valve Index VR headset together. So basically, people assume that because Half-Life Alyx was released with the Valve Index VR headset, the new Steam machine, the console Steam, announced on, I think, November 12th or 11th, Half-Life 3 will release with that. And that is one of the reasons. Now, the second reason is because G-Man actor Mike Shapiro did a Twitter post with an unexpected surprise, and I think a picture of Half-Life was there too. And people are like, oh, new Half-Life. And honestly, I'm doubtful. Okay, I would be happy. I would be happy for all of us if that was the case. But I think we're just getting into another Half-Life Alyx situation here. Now, there's nothing concrete so far. Again, this is very early in development. There's not a lot to talk about, but it would be just insane if that was the case. Now, to be fair, we've had a lot of crazy stuff happening. You know, GTA 6 being announced, Hollow Knight Silksong coming out. I don't think Half-Life 3 is that unrealistic, but I think it still even overshadows GTA 6 and Silksong. You just don't know how many people would go crazy for a Half-Life 3. Half-Life 2 was, for some people, one of the best games they've ever played. It's also one of their first games they've ever played. Half-Life 2 is fucking old. Let me just look up the date. Half-Life 2, 2004. That's more than 20 years away. Getting a sequel now would be crazy. It would be people would go nuts for that. Again, Half-Life 2 is one of the first video game a lot of people played, or one of the first video games a lot of people played. Getting a sequel for that, again, that would overshadow GTA or Silksong by a mile, I think. This wouldn't just break the Steam servers for a couple hours. This maybe would break Steam for a day. I could very well see this being one of the craziest gaming announcements ever. And that's why people are so excited. Now again, my excitement is limited because, again, I just think we're getting into a Half-Life Alyx situation here. It was the same thing back then, by the way. When Half-Life Alyx was teased, people were like, Half-Life 3? Half-Life 3? And that was Half-Life Alyx, which isn't a bad game, don't get me wrong. But it's not Half-Life 3. It's just simply not Half-Life 3. But I also think, and maybe it's wrong to say that, but I think Valve kind of shot themselves in the foot. I think it kind of has to be Half-Life 3. Again, I don't think it is. But from the way they announced the Steam machine and stuff like that, doesn't it kind of have to be Half-Life 3? I think a lot of people would be upset if it's not Half-Life 3. And Half-Life 3 would be a good way to actually boost maybe their Steam machine sales. Now, Half-Life 3 would also be available for PC, though, I think, I hope. But it's kind of crazy that they kind of did this to themselves. I still don't think it is the case. I still think we will just get a spin-off. But hey, I would be happy. I would be happy for everyone if it actually is Half-Life 3. People would go crazy. People would go nuts. And I could kind of understand it. I could kind of understand why they would go so crazy for that. The Game Awards are around the corner. But I don't think they will announce it there. Again, that is just speculation. But it would be kind of weird, no? It would also kind of take away from every single other event. Like, for example, maybe Expedition 33 sweeps every category, and then they just like, oh yeah, Half-Life 3 gets announced, and people are like, what is Expedition 33? Never heard of that game. Half-Life 3 is a new hot shit. So yeah, that would leave a bad taste in people's mouths, and kind of understandable. But maybe we'll get an announcement towards Christmas. Not that it's getting released, and that's, I think, far into the future. Maybe 2026 when GTA 6 will finally get released, and Half-Life 3 alongside that. Now that would be if that was the case. I don't think it will be the case. I think GTA 6 will probably get delayed again. Half-Life 3 might also get delayed again if it gets announced, because those games have to be near perfect. Those games have to be, or people will be disappointed. These are such crazy titles that nobody would have expected, and now we might be getting them. Now, GTA 6, we do know that we're getting it eventually, maybe in 2036, but we will get it. Like, we can see stuff, we know about it. Half-Life, I want to believe, but I just don't think it is the case. I just don't think. I would like for it to be the case. I just don't think it is. Now, this is just speculation. There is no clear leak yet or announcement or stuff like that. I'll maybe do a quick follow-up on that at some point. But yeah, it is something worth to talk about. I don't think Half-Life 3 will get announced. I would like for it to get announced, but it probably won't be announced. It is probably just another Half-Life Alyx situation, which would kind of be sad, but also kind of be understandable, because apparently Half-Life 3 development was already canned back in 2015. That was 10 years ago, by the way. We're all old. I know, we're all old. I get it. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. I don't think it will be announced. I would like for it to be announced. I would go crazy as well. That would be insane. But I'm doubtful. I'm just doubtful. Okay? I'm just sorry, I'm a doubter. I don't have any hopium for this one. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about. And that's it for this yapping session. Anyway, have a good day. See ya.